Local leaders and groups are organizing food and warm drinks for the more than 80 people who have been left displaced at an informal settlement in Fleurhof. This following a fire which engulfed over 40 shacks in the early hours of this morning. The cause of the fire is unknown at this point. Residents say it's likely an unattended candle that caused the blaze. Let's take you live to our reporter Katleho Sekhotho, who has been there throughout the morning. Katleho, what assistance is being provided to the affected residents?
Good day, Clement. Indeed, about 80 people now left homeless. About 42 shacks specifically were affected. And the question is now, where do they sleep for tonight going forward, obviously having lost all their belongings. And what we know is that blaze took place at about 3 a.m. this morning. And as you mentioned, yes, it could have been an unattended candle. Speculations around a couple fighting, which led to the fire starting. But all of that is still under investigation as to the exact cause of the fire. But, you know, we have seen here there are children here, women, men left stranded. A lot of people have lost their personal belongings. Some of those who are able to save their belongings, they're out on the street and trying to pick up the pieces of their lives. And yes, some local leaders and organizations are here to see if they can at least attempt to help the residents who live here. But I have with me Mfundisi just to speak about the assistance he's providing to the residents. I understand you're going to be giving people meals at least for today. Can you just take us through how you'll be helping the residents here?
Thank you very much. Our intention is to try and assist where we can with regard to this situation. Unfortunately, it happened and it was not planned. We have a shelter here, which is a temporary tent that we use for fellowship. So we're intending to allow some of those guys, the victims, to use the space as accommodation currently. Until then, we find solution to the problem. Secondly, we're intending to provide them with food, meal, breakfast and lunch. We're intending to start today around 1 o'clock to provide them with at least something, a warm meal to help them, and then tomorrow as well to do that. We are appealing to everyone who's listening to us right now, who is able to help. They can come and join us to assist. We have a couple of families here who are actually in need, and I don't think if then we have to wait for the government would get the assistance that we need. We need to allow all organizations who are able to assist to come and stand with us. We try to assist this community.
Yes. And from DC, according to your understanding, what happened here last night?
Well, it's speculation that we have as well. We had that a couple fought, and then one of the couple was intending to burn the shack and burn the other person inside the shack. So that's when the fire started. I received the call around 3 o'clock to say the shacks are burning. So we had to run here to come and assist where we can. But unfortunately, the fire was too much for us to try and stop it. Yes. Up until the guys to come and stop the fire came, and they managed to at least to stop the fire. But already we had lost one life due to the fire.
In terms of the assistance that you're providing, Fundisi, in terms of the food, how long will you be able to sustain that for? Because I imagine it's a temporary measure.
Well, based on our current finances or what we have at the moment, we believe we can help with regard to food up until probably Wednesday. But with regard to shelter, we can help them up until someone comes and help them to get somewhere to sleep or to stay. But with regard to food, we can help them up until a certain stage because we are limited with regard to funds. But if then there are people who are willing to come and assist us, we can help them up until they are sorted. Yes. Our intention is to try and get as well clothes for the kids. When I was speaking to some of the parents, they indicated to me that some of the kids, they don't have clothes to go to school tomorrow. So we just want to try and see what is it that we can help so that these kids can have clothes for tomorrow to go to school, at least have uniform for them. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Clement. There you heard it from a local priest in the area. just explaining the kind of assistance they aim to provide here, at least for the next few days, perhaps helping children with uniforms or at least clothing so that they can go to school tomorrow. But yes, for now, food being provided as well as temporary shelter, depending on the resources they have and the availability of people perhaps who come forward and help with some of those necessities that are required to help the residents who've been left stranded here due to that blaze.
Katleho Sekhotho, thank you for that update.